Welcome to IELTS Speaking Interview from Cambridge 17 TEST1.
Hello, my name is Sylvia Joseph, and I will be your examiner for IELTS speaking exam. What is your good name?
My name is Praveen Khanna and my friends call me by my surname Khanna. You may call me Praveen.
May I see your passport?
Here it is.
Thanks. Where are you from?
I hail from small town of state Punjab which lies in district Faridkot. The name of town is Kotkapura and it is historical city and was the kingdom of King Kapura. Nowadays it is business hub of district.
Are you a student or doing any work?
I have recently completed my graduation in field of commerce and my further plan is to pursue my post graduation from overseas university and that's why I'm here.
Further, I would like to ask you some questions about history. What did you study in history lesson when you were at school?
Though I was not so good at history, but I studied it for 4 years and that too in Hindi medium. So I got to know about ancient India, medieval times and about modern times when country remained British colony. Further, I studied how precious resources were looted by outsiders during different eras and finally country got freedom in 1947.
Did you enjoy studying history at school?
Well, as said, I used to get rid of study, so I was very work shy and completely took studies for granted. I only learned it to pass exams and I really felt sigh of relief when I came to 11th grade and got rid of such a boring subject.
How often do you watch TV programs about history now and why?
Now my thinking has changed. I once watched Hindi movie Kesari, which is a real story based on fight between 22 Sikh soldiers who stood against 10,000 Pashtun invaders who wanted to capture Saragadi fort. These soldiers not only managed to hold Pashtuns and also feigned their plan to continue during their advent same day. My thinking towards history changed that day, and since that day, I became interested in stories of unsung heroes who fought against bad elements and sacrificed their life.
What period of history would you like to learn more about and why?
Well, I would keenly like to know about times when there was Second World War going and Hitler had dominated world. During these circumstances, British Empire realized that holding huge colony like India would be very tedious for them and they suddenly announced liberation of India. But before doing so, they played plot and divided India and massacres happened. So this brief era of 1940s were very crucial.
Now you will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You are to describe the neighborhood you lived in when you were a child. You have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make you some notes to help you if you wish.
I consider myself fortunate that I was born in historic city which used to be Kingdom of King Karan. The name of my native town is Karnal. I was born in area which lies in heart of city and is known as Old City. Like all traditional cities, it has crowdy and congested streets, old styled houses, open drains, noisy neighborhoods. Mostly there lived middle class with limited facilities at home. Having color TV with cable connection in those days was considered luxury. So it was locality where mechanics, shopkeepers, plumbers, electricians lived. There also lived a family of my friend. His father is a doctor. He does his clinic in nearby village. There they were the first to buy portable generator during power cuts in evenings when we used to get rid of study and play hide and seek on streets. My friend would sit relaxed under fan at home. His family and their possessions were topics of discussion whenever we kids would meet. Above everything, the best thing of this locality was compassion. People were so helpful and friendly that we celebrated our festivals together, especially the festivity of Lodi, which is celebrated during month of January at the time of bone-chilling winter. Sitting around bonfire and enjoying peanuts and popcorns was real fun. Despite of limited incomes and facilities, people were generous and empathetic. So, growing up since the time I gained senses was really pleasure for we kids, and going back to childhood place and meeting with old friends, reminding childhood instances and feeling nostalgia are really heart taking for me. Sadly, living is not an option because I have made plan to settle abroad, and I think one day I will have to take parents with me and sail out our ancestral house.
That is the end of part 2. Now, in part 3 of your speaking interview, I would like to ask some questions about neighbors. What sort of things can neighbors do to help each other?
Actually, there are many matters when neighbors come forward for help, be it a time when someone falls ill, when any family has a marriage function, anniversary, or a birthday, when there is an happy occasion like birth of a baby or sad demise of an old one. In all thick and thins, true neighbors stand united.
How well do people generally know their neighbors in your country?
My country has three pictures in this context. Firstly, is the traditional one where people are united despite differences in caste, religion, status. Secondly, there is a society which is semi modern or suburban. There, the sphere of familiarity is comparatively limited to nearby families, and there, too, people are helpful and empathetic. Thirdly, there is advanced community which lives in metropolitans. They are known for their fast pace, but they have acquaintances strictly limited to two or three families in locality. This can be due to feeling of insecurity or time shortage.
How important do you think it is to have good neighbors?
I think living becomes worthwhile, especially during weekends, at any festive occasion. Above all, during crucial hours of emergency, people feel proud of having someone who would lend helping hand 24/7. After all, it is rightly said that good neighbors are dearer than blood relations, and the person who has them is lucky.
Further, I would like to ask some questions about facilities in cities. Which facilities are most important to people living in cities?
Well, in cities, people rate amenities like market, transportation, sense of security, medical and education, etc. On top of these, if it is an independent site with no trespassing and having plenty of space to park vehicle, then it is like heaven on earth.
How does shopping in small local shops differ from shopping in large city center shops?
Often, when shopping from small store, a person does not feel branded, which he gets while spending money in malls. Additionally, he gets genuine products along with bill and replacement guarantee. But this only suits to people with big earnings. Small shops very often provide items at reasonable price at stone throw distance. These are easy to be found and are economical.
Do you think that children should always go to the school nearest to where they live?
In real situation, it would be time saving for kids and parents too. They would save time coming to and from, which can be utilized while studying. Else to this can also save traveling fares, and parents can also feel sense of security that their child is not too far. But when it comes to quality education and that too at genuine tuition fee, a family may have to compromise.
Right, that is the end of the interview. Thanks very much for talking with me and good luck.
Thank you.